Hi Sloths, and welcome back to Doki Literature Club Plus. In the last episode we started the first side story, which is Trust, and we did part 1 of that. And in this episode we're going to do part 2, but before we do that I kind of just want to switch our wallpaper real quick, and why not just switch it to this one? So now that that is over and done with, let's hop into Trust, Part 2. Begin this side story? Yeah, I think so. Another day passes in a flash, and it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club tasks, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. Aw, I'm so stupid. Yeah, you kind of are. But we'll let you off. How did I let myself be the centre of attention? I mean, you kind of do that all throughout the base game anyway, and what is going on with my eyes? I don't know if you can notice or tell or whatever, but for some reason my VTuber model seems to just keep blinking and it keeps having its eyes shut. And I have no idea why that is. Very strange. Unless there's nothing that's there's nothing that's blocking the webcam, so I really don't know what's actually going on with it. Oh well, I guess you're just gonna have to put up with it, I suppose. Or at least I am. I don't know. Sayori is going through these kinds of feelings, and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. What kind of club president does that? A bad one. This whole time I didn't think to ask about her own feelings. So much for the stupid vision. Sayori enters the club room with her usual smile. But upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern. Monica? Is everything okay? I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monica shakes her head. I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I need the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours. Sayori responds quietly. What are you talking about? But as she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization. I'd left my folder here. Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. I can't really nod on this. I don't know what is going on with my model today. It just doesn't want to work. Oh, wait, now it's just stuck. No, it's not. Oh, I don't understand these models sometimes. Ugh. Wait, let me see if I can just reset it real quick, if my computer allows it. Okay, that's reset now, so hopefully it just... Okay, I don't know what it is, but it won't actually let me nod or move. It keeps getting stuck, and I don't know why. And it's just doing random shit. No, stop. What is going on with this thing? It's just buggy as all hell. Can it just please work today? Please? No? Technical difficulties. My VTuber model just does not want to work today, and I don't know why. Great. Can you please stop snapping your neck? I already feel like my neck's been snapped. My neck. Ugh. Yeah, I kind of must have slept really awkwardly the other day because my neck is killing me. Can my VTuber model please stop moving like that? No, why are you going backwards? What the... Okay. I'm sorry, we're just gonna have to deal with the whole stupid VTuber model being stupid today kind of thing. Friends look out for each other, apparently. So I've been told. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday, it was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do all this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish. Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayuri isn't ready to share certain things, but as unfair as it is for Monica to pry, it's also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend. Why did I try and do that in one breath? I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. No, I don't blame you for looking. You would have at least needed to check if it was mine. Yeah. Monica takes a deep breath. Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry, and I think I'll be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But can you promise me something? Promise you what? Monica pauses to collect her thoughts. This is the Literature Club. It's a place where people can express themselves in the ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart, or whatever. So I just want you to promise me that you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sayuri smiles gently. I'll promise if you promise. Unable to help it, Monica returns Sayuri's smile. I promise. Me too. As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with the club activities. So, want to teach me about poetry? Huh? But what about recruitment? It's fine, we have plenty of time for that. But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know? There's no way I could say no to that. Just don't expect much. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. That's fine. I think I just need, like, some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems. Starting isn't so hard. You kinda just need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You can just start by writing your feelings and see what kinds of things it makes you think of. And then you can turn your feelings into a little story. Why is this music so loud? You can get your feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later. It's not like building a railroad where you go from one end to the other. It's more like a collage where you find all the things you want to put in and then you arrange them in a pretty way. At least that's how I do it. It's not like it's the only way, but it's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning. I understand. Yeah, I always get so caught up in how it sounds that I forget about what's actually important. Monica pulls out a pen and paper to start writing on. Stop being a perfectionist. you idiot. I'm just kidding. Monica scribbles out "you idiot" after she writes it down. No, keep it. What? Why? Are you calling me an idiot? Of course not. Well, the point is that you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want. But I was just, well, yeah. Underneath a scribble, Monica rewrites, "you idiot." She stares at the paper. The words stare back at her. It's kind of funny how I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for, and then I did that exact thing anyway. This is really going to take some getting used to. I believe in you. Thanks. I do too. Me, I mean. But also you, of course. I actually quite like that, that's adorable. It's silly and it's adorable, and why is my VTuber model still stuck? The hell? It's still stuck. Ugh. Oh wait, whoa, what the hell? Apparently I've fallen down and oh, I'm back up. I have no idea what's going on with this software. I might have to like uninstall it and then reinstall it or something. I don't know. Monica continues the exercise, jotting down. Oh bloody hell, here comes the yawns. Jotting down the thoughts. Okay. What is going on with my model? It's so distracting. I'm so sorry about this. Stop! What the hell is going on? I don't understand it. I'm clicking the reset button and it's not working. Stop. Stop. Oh, technical issues. Technical difficulties. Oh, no, can you just... Oh, I'm leaving it. I'm gonna try and leave it. I'm not good at leaving it, but... I'll try and leave it. Ugh, yawn. But after a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively, peppered with all of her random thoughts. Phew. Monica looks up and down at her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it, but it's also kind of liberating. I can tell how hard you're trying. Makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. Don't give me too much credit. I'd have to try really, really hard at it. But I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing. With you. Sayori beams. I'll stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club. I won't be so picky about the language. Yay, let's do it. Monica and Did I say that right? I think I did. Monica and Sayori proceed with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. As a bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members. How very sweet. Another day passes. As usual, Monica is the first one to the club room. With her is a printout of the revised literature club flyer, complete with all the new ideas Monica and Sayori came up with. If only this was a flyer we gave to that one reading girl the other day. It's so much more attractive than the old one. But the new catchphrase is featured clearly in the centre of the flyer. Right the way into your heart. Isn't that a lyric from the song Your Reality? I think it is. Or at least similar to it. I think it isn't it like write your way into his heart? I don't know, I can't remember. It's been a while. Surely common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully, Monica and Sayori had thought that it would be enough to garner some curiosity from students. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monica thinks back to a previous meeting when she performed a writing exercise. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? Probably. How am I supposed to be president if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about? The literature club is truly beginning to take form. But with that, the weight on Monica's shoulders only becomes heavier. Debate club was always about rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints, and delivering them with conviction. Yawn. It was about the person on the outside. That's why Monica was so good at it. It existed entirely within her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself for real. Get a hammer. Get 2 hammers. That's a good idea. Get 2 hammers. That'll help. Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper. But her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of her pen. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her finger across it. And she does so. The black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas. Ugh. Out of spite for herself, Monica presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monica. Just move your hand. Monica writes. This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain. Oh, come on. Give yourself more credit than that. Monica slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. Oh, is she gonna go to sleep? Is she a sleepy Monica? The air conditioner seems louder today. Really? Why? I'm here. Hi. Monica says Monica hears Sayori approach her desk, then stop for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Then she sits down in the adjacent desk. Bad day? Mm-hmm. Me too. Aw, poor Sayori, what's up with her? You too? The new flyer looks so good. You've been working so hard. On the club, but also something else, I think. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's just hard. It's so hard to just be vulnerable. Sayori takes the sheet of paper from Monica's desk. She writes something down, then stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. You can trust me with anything. Sayori gazes at Monica with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monica takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it. Oh, fuck. Sayori. I mean, haven't we already gone over this, like, in the base game? Oh, I don't even want to read that. No, I thought this was going to be not depressing at all. Like, I was even told that there was pretty much no depressing things in any of the side stories, but lo and behold, if that's even the term you're supposed to use, we've got some depression. A lot of it. Some really, really dark depression. Nope. Sayori. This is really, really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So if I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like a million times better than me. That's completely not true. Sayori takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. That's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even now, my head is like screaming at me to stop. Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the promise yesterday, I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of a reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you. More than I'm scared. At those words, Monica stands up. Sayori must have taken days to work up the courage for this. Were Monica's own futile but genuine efforts actually the push that Sayori needed? Sayori's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monica waits in gentle silence. I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts that I have. Oh no. You know what I just realised? Everything that happened in the base game with Sayori, I think a lot of it was, it seems like a lot of it was actually already in her anyway. But in the base game, Monica must have just gave her the push for Sayori to do what she did. Wow. Okay, that's a revelation right there. It's so much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy. But that's terrible. That's what Monica wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing. It's just that if everyone knew about it, they would treat me the same. They wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like, whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask me what's wrong. I know that because it used to be like that. Sayori pauses, seeming to recall something in the past. I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone. Sayori pauses again, her solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person. How did you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too? I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. But another part of me, I think, just felt like it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about the club is supposed to mean... Wait, what? Why is this not making sense in my head? Whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean. Yeah, okay, I get it now. I kept feeling like it was right for me to do. Especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence and our friendship doesn't have to change. It's so silly. The club is only 2 people, but it already means this much to me. Monica feels a tightening sensation in her heart. A feeling of connection as Sayori's emotions radiate between them. Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave, I don't even compare. Monica steps forward. But if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy. If you'd like. That's adorable. Oh. This game, I swear, it just hits you right in the emotions. It's adorable, it's cute, it's depressing, it's scary, it's terrifying, it's horrible. it's a big fucking troll, but it is also just the most brilliant story writing. It is great, and I'm so glad for these side stories, or else we wouldn't be getting this. We wouldn't be getting this counter emotion to the whole terror and horror and suicide and depression. Although we are getting depression and hints of mental instability, it's giving us that little it's okay sort of thing. I don't know what I'm saying. I just brain not working. Wordlessly and without a smile, Sayuri rests her forehead on Monika's shoulder. Through their contact, Monika can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sayuri's head. And in this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monika realises that of all the days that have passed, this is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks around the door, through the door. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything. I'll never judge you. I promise. Sayuri's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking, to say the things she never once dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice. I'm so worthless. I'm worthless, and everyone would be better off without me. She suppresses a sob as a tear falls down her cheek. I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at all at anything, and it just feels like everyone just has to put up with me, and I hate it. The more Sayuri speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to overwhelming sadness clutching at her throat and chest. I don't want to have these thoughts. I don't want them to go. I want them to go away, and now I'm making you put up with me, and I just want to die. As soon as Sayuri loses her composure, Monika becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Sayuri needs right now. So, she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you. It's just being your friend. Monika offers a few words of comfort, but she knows Sayuri said it herself, that the thoughts Sayuri experiences are ones that don't belong, and Monika can't magically make them go away. The most she can do is help Sayuri battle them, like any good friend would do. You have so much value. To me and your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really, really mean that. You coming here was the best thing that could have happened. Even if we never got any other members, I would still be happy. That's what you brought here. You brought us a vision, and you also brought happiness. And that's your favourite thing to do, right? Sayuri doesn't respond, but Monika feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. The two share their embrace for a while longer, Monika letting Sayuri take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayuri lifts her head and wipes her eyes. I guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others. Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. If that's what makes you happy. Thanks. You're the best. No, you are. The two exchange smiles. You know, I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional? Sayuri nods. It's scary, since it's already so hard to tell people Yeah. Well, of course it will always be your choice, but if you're ever looking to find the courage for it, I can do my best to help you. Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would. Sayori suddenly yawns and stretches. Wow, that made me tired. And hungry. Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it. No, I want to. I mean, I can say that it's definitely one thing that makes me happy. Monica smiles. But I might want to get a snack first. All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Hey, and that's that. Okay, let's have a quick look at this music. What did we just get? Hug Energy, I think. I think so. I'm not going to play that because I don't want to get copyrighted. No, my terrible luck. I will. We've got mail. Paula Minor, response to ethics. 12th of the 4th, 2019. Or 4th of the 12th? I don't know. Yeah. 4th of December 2019 at 12:06 a.m. Simply put, it's not our job to arbitrarily decide upon some code of ethics just because we're the first ones to do this, to our knowledge. That's the government's job to figure out, long after we've made enough headway for it to no longer apply to us. It's fundamentally flawed to apply ethical reasoning to this anyway, because humanity's code of ethics is based upon nothing more than our knowledge and understanding of life forms similar to ourselves. We don't have ethics for killing bacteria or plants, only for creatures that we can convincingly project our emotions onto. The humans in our VMs operate completely differently from us on a fundamental level, and therefore should not be taken any more seriously than a machine that's programmed to print "I feel sad." We're engineers, not philosophers. That's a dick move. I mean, have you seen the way they act? Okay, so what did we just get? We got Hug Energy. Yes. A scene from the Side Story Trust. We're setting that to our wallpaper. I know we're supposed to do that when we start the episode, but I'm just going to put it right there. Did we not get the poems from that? It's kind of a shame. Because those were some interesting little poems. Okay, is there nothing else that we got from that? I don't think so. No, not that I can see. Okay, so I know it's been a bit of a longer episode this time, but oh well. Please like and subscribe. It's always free, and I'll see you later.